Hey guys, this is Statton.
Welcome to another Heart to Heart with Statton. Today I'm going to talk about what's been happening over the last 4 to 5 months. Anyways, a couple weeks ago, I made and posted my latest video, Discord Sims the movie, which I had a blast doing, but I also have some things to explain to all of you, which I'm going to try to sum it up as much as I can, but it's an awful lot to go through. I made a promise a while back that I was going to start posting videos every single day, and I would like to still make that my goal. I did it the first 2 to 3 weeks, and it seemed to work out great, but then I started feeling tired in the evenings to the point where staying awake after I'd get home from work just was becoming difficult. And then during my days off, I don't know, I just wasn't really feeling like myself. Like I just felt like if I did a video, I wouldn't be as enthused about it, and I'd probably sound half dead to anyone who listened. I just I just while the desire was there, just didn't have the umption to do it, really. Now, recently, I've been getting very busy in regards to work, and I would like to say that right there is the main reason for my lack of videos. But while it does play a role in it, it's not the main reason. Needless to say, it's a confidence thing. I've been going through some things over the last few months, and it's been making me feel really down lately. This is actually connected to a video I made a while back. I believe it was my second Heart to Heart with Statton video, one titled True Friends. I mentioned to all of you before, if you've seen this video, about how in my experiences I've made friends, or so I thought they were friends, but then for no reason, or what seems to be no reason, they would just abandon me. They would go from acting like we're the best of friends, then at the flip of a light switch, the change was never gradual. They would start to act like they would start to talk like, why are you even talking to us? They would get annoyed and irritated, and the friendship would die. It happened a lot. And the most irritating part for me is not one of them ever gave me a reason why this was the case. Now, I'm a I stated this in the last video. I don't believe true friendships die. I believe your real friends will stick with you to the very end, and they'll accept you for who you are. Now, as for me, I really care about my friends. That's how friends should see each other, as people that you should sincerely care about, and not just think of them as people you want to hang out with and all that until you get bored and move on. Well, depending on how you look at it, I this is something I either experienced 5 months ago or just a week or two ago. I guess it depends on your perspective, and I'll explain what I mean. But I have lost what I who I thought was a friend, and a close one at that. About a year, a little more than a year ago, I met someone, and this person was really nice. They they were really warm, and they accepted me in. We near the beginning started talking in full conversations, talking about our dreams, our goals, the things that interest us. The subjects would even turn to deep subjects that would even go over my head because they require a lot of intellect, high intelligence, and some of these things I'm just not smart enough to really follow. But anyways, but I always loved listening to them because they always fascinated me. Anytime this person felt down, I was always quick to jump up and try to cheer them up in the hopes that they would feel better. I want my friends to be happy. That's always my focus. I always like making them happy. I always like making my friends and family happy. However, there came a time about 5 months ago where, once again, that light switch thing I mentioned before flipped. This person went from acting like we could have been the best of friends to pretty much treating me like garbage. While they'd be warm and abrasive verbally to others, greeting others friendly and engaging conversations with them, she would be short and straight to the point with me and even somewhat dismissive. Now, as a group, we all joke around with each other and make each other laugh. Well, as the months went on, because this was actually starting to bother me. This didn't go unnoticed by me. And I thought maybe if I just gave it time, things would go back to normal. Well, they didn't. Things actually got worse because it started where I cracked off a joke which really wasn't that big of a deal, but apparently it upset her. It was a joke about a Neverwinter related thing, but I kind of gave it a twist that apparently she didn't like. But then later on, just a few days later, she started posting things that I thought were downright inappropriate. And I thought, okay, this little thing I joked about was crossing a line, but apparently she can do stuff that's so much worse, and that's acceptable. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I don't understand that. To me, that's being a hypocrite. That's the one thing that can get under my skin very easily is being hypocritical. Hypocrisy never sits well with me, and I guess it's because I've had to deal with it for most of my life, but I have a very low tolerance for hypocrisy. Well, anyways, it just got to the point where I couldn't even hang out with this group for one day without feeling like garbage, because that's how this person was treating me, like garbage. And I've been spending months racking my brain wondering, what did I do? Where did I go wrong? What can I do to make this right? And, well, I decided to leave the group because nothing I was doing was going to make this person happy. And this person was like, now you're probably wondering, why would you leave a whole group based on one person? Well, that's because this person is the popular person of this group. This was the group where everyone that was a part of the group liked this person. So I felt kind of singled out right there. And realizing that nothing I said or do was going to make them happy, I decided to leave. Well, a few days later, apparently the person was asking someone else about me and if I was coming back. I thought, well, maybe if I come back, things will be different because this person's obviously asking if I'm going to come back. How wrong I was and how stupid I was to come back, because the person started treating me worse, not better, to the point where they were acting like I pretty much didn't exist. I was trying to be the better person in the end, not in a prideful way, but in a nice way where if the person said hi to everyone, I said hi to them, no response. I'd ask them how they're doing, no response. Okay, I just left it at that. And after a few days of enduring that, I just decided, you know something? For months, I've been blaming myself for this situation. For months, I've been thinking, maybe I did something. But maybe that isn't the case. This isn't my normal way of thinking. This is a new thought for me. I don't know. Usually when something goes wrong, I'm quick to blame myself. I really am. So for me to think this way should tell you something. And what I started to think was, maybe I'm not the one that's at fault here. If I didn't do anything wrong to this person, if I didn't say anything wrong to this person, if I didn't mistreat this person at all, and this is how they're treating me, maybe it's not something I did. Maybe this person is just a jerk in the end, and because they're acting like one to me. If I didn't do anything to deserve this, if this person's willing to treat someone who has not wronged them and who has been loyal to them to the very end, and it's gonna heartlessly treat them this way, that speaks a lot about what kind of a person they are. And they're not a good person, not if that's how they're gonna be. And as far as the whole wondering if I'm gonna come back, acting like they probably want me to come back, I just realized that they were just roping me in so that they could continue making me feel that way, feel like garbage. And I'm not having it anymore. So I've decided this whole thing I keep feeling down about. I've been spending every day for the last few months feeling down and depressed because this person has gone out of their way to make me feel like crap. They won't admit to it out loud, but they have. And I just decided this is a toxic situation and it's affecting my everyday life. And I decided to remove myself from that toxic situation. Now, this isn't a sob story. I'm good. I'm getting somewhere with this. If you've lasted this long in the video, great, because here's the positive part. Ever since I separated myself from this person, I feel happier. I feel more energetic. The things that stressed me out every day suddenly are not fazing me. I'm even able to carry on at work with a more positive attitude. Did this hurt? Yes. But the relief I feel outweighs the pain. Now, what's the point I'm trying to get to with this? My point is for all of you that are listening, if you're going through this situation or had gone through this situation, you need to put this stuff out of your mind and not think. If you're thinking to yourselves, where did you go wrong? No. That's not always the case. Whenever a friendship is on the rocks or has ended, it isn't always you. Sometimes the person that treats you like garbage is just a jerk in the end. It's sad, but it's the absolute truth. There may be some things you've done. You're only human, so you will slip up. You will make mistakes. I'm human. I'll slip up and make mistakes. And so if something happens where there's a strife between you and a friend because of something, because of a slip up you did, well, they need to recognize you're only human, and if you honestly didn't mean to do it and you're honestly sorry, they need to understand that in time. But if they're just going to treat you like garbage for no reason, then that's on them, not you. You are not to blame. So, and when you find yourself in a situation like that, you need to do two things. One, you need to remove yourself from that toxic environment, because that toxic environment's only going to bog you down to where it's going to affect the rest of your things in your everyday life. And suddenly you find the things that you want to do, the things you want to get done, suddenly you don't have the umption to do them anymore. This is one of these videos where I'm getting more energetic as I go on about it. As I'm getting this stuff off my chest, I'm feeling all the more better. Well, like I said, I removed myself from that situation. If this person wants to treat me like that and act like I don't exist, fine, they can. But they can do it without me interacting with them from now on. I don't feel bad. I've got nothing to feel guilty about in regards to that. That's on them. And the same goes for you guys that are in that situation. If people just cast you aside for no reason, that's on them. They are the jerks, not you. It takes two people to keep a friendship alive. There's no reason for you to try to keep a friendship alive when the other person could care less if the friendship dies or not. And if that's the case, they were never really a friend. And why would you want to be around them in the end? Why would you want to be around someone who isn't really your friend? You've got nothing to gain from it. And the only thing you will gain from it is being bogged down and made to feel like garbage. But once you separate yourself from them, oh, how much better you will feel. You will feel like a new person. You will feel happier, more energetic, and suddenly you'll find that you're getting back into doing the things you love doing stress-free. Well, maybe not completely stress-free. Everything has its stresses, but you're not dealing with the stress that they themselves were laying on your shoulders. I've actually gone beyond 15 minutes, so I think I'm going to wrap up the video by mentioning I've got a Discord server for all of you that have Discord or are thinking about Discord and would be interested in joining my server. I'll leave a link in the description of this video. In fact, I'll leave a link in the description of every video I have. We had a few issues where some people that had ill intent for the server come in and start inviting spam bots in, but we got that problem fixed to where now people have to verify they're not a bot in order to come in. So that's no longer going to be an issue right there. So if you want to join a server that you feel like can be a home and a place where you can enjoy yourself, come to my server. In fact, in that server, if you are familiar with the Discord Sim series, you'll actually meet the people that the Sims are based off of. Anyways, I hope this video will help all of you that have listened to it. My name is Statton. Like, share, and subscribe. And remember that you are not alone.